Thank you. Thank you, honorable ministers, ambassadors, heads of delegations, distinguished participants of the conference. It's my pleasure to share with you the results of the Roundtable 8 entitled Water for Peace and Prosperity, Transboundary Water Cooperation, chaired by United States, South African Republic, and Republic of Tajikistan. Ladies and gentlemen, cooperation over shared waters is key for development and prosperity. The opportunities derived and the multiplied benefits from collaboration outweighs the risks of conflict. Therefore, we, as decision makers, have an obligation to cooperate on transboundary rivers for future generations. The goal of the session was to identify what drives a collaborative dialogue over shared water resources and to explore steps countries can take to realize the full benefits of cooperation on water. Our discussion focused on two main issues. The first, challenges and opportunities on transboundary water management. What are the benefits of cooperation and what are the costs of non-cooperation? And the second, ways forward. What defines a successful cooperation and how can they be duplicated? What are the tools available for countries seeking support? During the course of the session, a number of successful examples from Middle East, Central Asia, Africa, Europe, and North America were presented, which clearly show concrete progress in terms of regional water cooperation. But it was also highlighted that these commitments and agreements have to be continuously supported, both financially and politically, by the international community. What we need to aim for is to jointly support effective transboundary water cooperation in order to provide peace and stability, adaptation to climate change, and economical growth. There are four main messages regarding the challenge to regional cooperation. Firstly, there are multidimensional challenges and security threats related to water and transboundary water management based on the three sustainability dimensions of economic, social, and environmental change. Secondly, there is a trend in fragmentation within regions, between nations, but also within states that might have spillover effects. This development creates a new landscape of regional actors on the development arena and new regional constellations. The third, global interdependencies is growing. Neighboring states are more and more dependent on each other when taking decisions. And the fourth, new actors are becoming more and more influential in transboundary water management. We know that business already works cross-border and the private sector is doing cross-border investments. Emerging new global and regional actors on the development financing arena will continue to become an influential partner to governments and regional organizations. With strong political will, stating clear goals which are supportive of regional cooperation, riparian countries will be able to mitigate risks and adapt to these challenges. There are four solutions highlighted within our roundtable. The first is governance. Governance structures, including building and capacitating regional bodies, is crucial. These institutions, however, need to be flexible enough to be able to accommodate the trend, for example, the creation of sub-basin agreements. The second, assessing benefits from regional cooperation is regaining focus. Apart from a need to assess the economic benefit derived, it is important to communicate the benefit in a broader socio-economical perspective. It might also be strategic to let a neutral partner do the assessment. What is absolutely clear is that regional cooperation needs to show key tangible benefits on the ground. And the third, international water agreements and conventions. These instruments can be useful in helping guide parties looking to develop institutional relationships and transboundary waters. They can also become important mechanisms for sharing of best practices and lessons learned. At the same time, it was clear that each case is unique and driving cooperation, but adherence to a convention may not be appropriate for all situations. And the fourth, water diplomacy. Water diplomacy is gaining increased political attention as a useful tool to overcome challenges related to regional cooperation. It is positive to note that a combination of foreign policy and development aid are constructively supporting recipients to cooperate. Both proactive and reactive diplomacy were mentioned. Each basin has to be approached in a context-specific way, stressing the need for tailor-made support to processes enhancing cooperation, which will maximize the benefits. In conclusion, and perhaps most important, the group wanted to challenge the commonly held view that water would be the source of conflict. Rather, we view transboundary water as a source of cooperation, regional growth, and opportunity to build peace and cooperation. This message on transboundary water needs to change. It's not about the conflict, but about hope and opportunity. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Reimer.